going to start painting, and the colors that I'm using are titanium white, I have cadmium yellow, I have cadmium red, I have cerulean blue, ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, burnt umber, and a hooker's green. Hooker's green is one of the best greens there is because it's a really rich green that's nice and cool, that's easy to warm up or to cool back down. And these are all Joe's Prime, really good Lightfast acrylics that I have been using for some time now, and I find them to be wonderful acrylics. Great body. When you mix them with each other, the colors are still very intense. It's very difficult to water the colors down. So I really, really enjoy that, and think it really makes a difference when you're actually painting. So I think I'm going to change brushes. I want something that's going to be just a little more, a little bit bigger, so we can cover a little more territory. And I'm working straight down into the fur now, just very, very loosely stating what's happening underneath the chin. And I'm just going to try to highlight all the dark areas. So we've got this area underneath the mouth that's a little dark, and looks like it's quite possible that could be a shadow area. This is a number 12, a dragon's tongue brush. I use it for acrylics and for watercolors because it's equally good for both. And then we've got a dark area here. Some darks, not quite as dark here, but it doesn't matter. So we'll just move the paint on up into here. Now, let's go back into the eyes. I really like to do the eyes first because, well, before I go to the eyes, I want to get some darks because we're going to give those time to dry before we go back into them with highlights or to start modeling the shapes. So we'll go ahead and get these darks here stated, like so, and into the mouth itself. And let's go ahead and put that dark on the nose, because we know that's going to stay dark. And the nice part about the outlining is that even though I put this like other glaze of dark over what I just outlined, I've still got the outline there. I can see everything really well. And so it still gives me a point of reference to go with. I've got some burnt sienna that I'm going to just kind of just cover the whole eye with. The painting upside down is just a wonderful thing to do. If you're painting and something seems not quite right, but you're not sure what it is, if you either turn the piece towards a mirror, or if you turn it upside down and just kind of look at it compositionally to see what might be making you feel the way you feel about it and what you can do to perhaps improve it, then it's very easy to do. So there's a lot of dark around a dog's eye too. So let's just go ahead and make another wash here. Go ahead and get that in there because we can make it darker, we can make it lighter. It just has to be fairly specific because it is a dog. And so because of that, you want it to kind of look like a dog. Sort of the point of painting a dog versus another animal. Okay, so I'm going to kind of model that around. The eye on the right-hand side looks overall more round than the one on the left-hand side. But as I said, it's just a matter of where the dog's coming from. Now I've got a pink tongue, So go ahead and let's put the pink tongue in there. Don't have to get too pink. And what we're doing is putting in middle tones, basically, middle tone washes, because we're going to come in and we're going to add the darks and the lights later. So we'll just put the middle tone in, and I guess that's what will break this whole painting series up into, is the middle tones, the darks, and the final lights. Just not real worried about it right now. See, I've got a nice golden retriever color we're kind of going for here. And so just want a nice kind of wet. So I'm really just adding as much water as I need to add. Then I'm going to come in and just kind of paint that all in there. This is scumbling. This is a painting method called scumbling. And scumbling is what you do when you got a whole big area to cover, and you're just going to cover it. But also, this is fur. So scumbling is good for an underlayer of fur because it kind of emulates what fur does. Okay, so we'll come in there and just cover this whole area. I guess the best thing to do is, a lot of times, is cover up all the white in the piece. And that's why a lot of people will tone their ground, whatever ground they're working on, with one color, because it already kind of establishes the middle tone. So it's like you're already farther along in the painting than you were anyway. So, and it's good for the psyche too, because you think you're farther along. And so we just scumble all the way around here. Get the color of the dog in. Acrylics are wonderful for glazing too, because it doesn't disturb what's on the bottom layer, just like this eye thing here. So we're just going to kind of continue scumbling the color in. And I think I want some of this in the eye. Yeah, the colored part of the eye too. A golden retriever's eyes are generally lots of times the same color as their fur. So we'll just scumble that all around. All right. Now, while we're here scumbling, I think we're going to go ahead and scumble in the color, the background. We're going to make a nice little blue, but I'm going to make more of an octanic blue because I'm going to mix that cerulean blue, with the ultramarine blue, and make a nice complementary blue to the yellow, which I've got a big pile of the yellow color here. So let's just go ahead and put that in for fun. Kind of gives it a little color. And then we can paint our fur on top of that and go back in, and of course we'll have a second coat to kind of solidify that so it looks a little more finished. But basically, this is the fun part. In every painting, and I've said and will always say because it is true, the first part is fun and the last part is fun, and the middle part can get kind of boring no matter how much you love it. Even art has elements of it that are a little bit boring, but still better than a 9-to-5 job. So, all right, just want to cover this. Then we're going to turn it upside down, right side up. I don't even know which is which. It's that left brain, right brain thing working. And we're going to look at it, and that'll be I'm not sure which step we're at, but that'll be the step where we're actually have all of our values down, and we've got the whole piece covered. Got a dog, I do believe. Okay, that's good. We're just making progress. Now, the next step we're going to make is we're going to fine tune, we're going to come in and we're going to restate the eyes and the nose and the mouth, and we're going to get those painted, and then we're going to start with the modeling of the fur. So let's go back in, and you'll find that we've already got the outlines and we've already got the colors down. So the rest is really going to be pretty easy and go pretty quickly.